I bet you guys didn't even think I was ever making another video. I've been running around kind of crazy. I don't know if you guys have seen some of the crazy social media have been coming out here. Brian Barczyk showed up and he had arranged some cool people to show up, and we had a great time. And we're not name dropping Paul Logan. Logan Paul. We're not talking about none of the people that were here, like I don't know, guava juice. Anyway. So they missed out at us because they weren't here for the top 10, and you are. So the cool news is I'm going to show you some cool animals, and you know what's even the best part about it is I got a surprise underneath this tub. It's the grand finale of the whole thing, and so if you ever bred snakes before, you're definitely going to have to stay through the grand finale because it's a really important part of the whole thing. Look at this, we got one that's ready to start, so that's going to be the first one. So right now we're going to pull out this right here. Now I say top 10, of course we have a lot more than top 10 because if you're keeping track of the series, you're on the second one, so this is top 30. and they're not necessarily in order because some of these things should be maybe top 5 and some of them should be top 100, but at the end of the day, I don't even know if I could choose which one to be in the top 10 or the top 100 because there's so many crazy ones. And here's one right here in my hand. This is a Moschino Sunfire. If you don't know much about the Moschino gene, you should. It's a really cool gene. It's basically a T-positive albino that works with a T-negative albino, or also works with the Clark strain albinos. They almost work, a bunch of them work together. It's a compatible gene, and it makes a beautiful snake, and you add Sunfire to it, and it even makes it more contrast and even better looking. So let me see here. JT, come take this thing out of my hand, would you? So that's one of the cool snakes, and here's another cool snake. So this here, we're 97% sure is a clown, and I say that 97% because a clown is a super tiger anthrax, but now you look at that eye, the eyes are jet black, so it can't just be I can't imagine it not being a clown, but the pattern's different from all the rest of the clowns. I'm not quite sure why. That airplane wants to make me just irritated, doesn't it? Is it bothering you guys right now? Comment below if it is. I think next time we're going to have to tell them they're going to have to ask permission to interrupt our video. But that's part of living in California. It's a busy place. So right here, it's got a crazy pattern. It's got a really dark line on the back. I don't know why it ended up like this, but it's really a neat snake. Jet black eyes, white belly. I don't know why. I don't have no clue, because you know what? We've hatched a couple more, and you know what? In a minute, you're going to see the other one we hatched that is completely different, and some say I ruined it. But I don't know, does this look like a ruined snake to you? I think this is absolutely one of the most incredible genetics there are, is the anthrax. And you know what? To add, I cannot believe that a snake so dark can make such a snake that's so bright yellow. And I'll tell you, I think it's really cool. So there we go. Let's see here. Now here's another really cool snake. I should make you wait for this one. Now look at this. I'm just going to give you a little preview. Okay, I want you guys to comment below. What do you think these two snakes have in common? After all, what are they? Do you guys know what they are? Comment below. Make some fun. We'll have some fun with it. See who comes up with the exact genetics before I talk about them. Oh, because we're going to do that, we're going to have to skip, aren't we? We got to give you guys some time to guess. So this here is a clown. So we're talking about clown stuff. We're talking about anthrax stuff. Let's just interrupt this broadcast for a clown update. So this is a clown. Now, I call it a clown because if any of you, I don't know if anybody out there ever know about this thing called ball pythons, and there's a morph called a clown. Now, to me, this looks like a clown. Now, back to that old thing, sometimes people don't like names, but this is what I call it, a clown. I was the first one to make them. I thought it was fun. It reminded me of a clown. And what it really is, genetically, at some point, some of this stuff I have out here, if I tell you the genetics in a row, when I get another couple videos in, you're going to be like, what the heck did he just say? What language was that? And this is a clown, which is a super tiger. So this one's simple. It's a super tiger and an anthrax in one snake. And it had a weird effect, and it made it really look different. And it took a dark snake and put a dark checkered on a super tiger pattern and pulled it up the tail, which I think is a very, very beautiful cross. And to be honest, every time I pull this snake out, everybody goes, when they come. So you know what? I think it belongs in the top 10 of one of my top 100s, or I don't know. Who knows? How far do you guys think? There you go. There's a hand right there. How many of you guys think that we'll be able to go to top 100? I think it's going to be pretty hard. So let's see here. I don't know. How long do you think this video is going to be? I think we ought to take a break. Oh, just kidding. I'm not kidding. There you go, guys. So we're talking about clowns. Let's interrupt the clown for a minute. After all, I heard there's a lot of killer clowns out there right now, and inside there is the equivalent of a killer clown. And we're not talking about the ones that sit on the back of a truck driving down the freeway or any of the crazy stuff. We're not talking about October clowns. We're talking about a clown. So this is actually kind of cool. It's amazing to me that one gene made this snake so much different. It's made it really white-sided. This is a tiger super motley. So it's got 2 layers of motley. It's got tiger and it's got platinum in it. And it's just amazing to me. And we have the ones that don't have the tiger and they're silver all the way. They don't have the white sides. It's not as neat as, I mean, I like them. Don't get me wrong. They're amazing morph. But I would have never dreamt that when we saw this one hatch, how much difference it was having tiger in it. I mean, it was like, whoa, what is that? We were like, it can't be anything that new. But it was actually the first one, and that's why we'd never seen it. And it's really pretty snake. And you know what's funny? We haven't even made another one yet, but we did make some really cool titanium ones, and they got all kinds of genes in them. They're pretty cool too. So here you go. And don't forget, at the end of the video, we're gonna have something in this tub for all you snake people out there. And you know what? If you're not a snake person, you might want to watch it anyway. So, of course, we do a lot of breed ticks, so what we do is we breed them so we can have a good time, because we love, our passion is to breed them and we love doing it. But you know what? We have excess babies, so that's why we made a site called Buy a Reptile. You see, I don't even know my own website because it's new. It's probably something you don't even know about it. So why don't you guys go look on Instagram and Facebook. It's Buy a Reptile, and you can see all kinds of crazy stuff. Now, don't get too freaked out when you ask about a snake like this and you find out it's not for sale, because you know, I told you, I do this for fun. And so I can't sell my pets. This is one of my favorite ones. This snake here is mine. And if I did sell it, you wouldn't like the price tag anyway. Now, if you're some rich Saudi prince and you're not used to hearing no, you might be careful. I don't know. Maybe you're even who knows where you're from. But anyway, when I say that, don't get mad at me, because I really like it. Now this here, remember that clown I showed you a minute ago? They have a killer clown ball python as a pastel, it's a super pastel and a clown ball together, and they call them killer clowns. So I wasn't kidding about a killer clown, but this isn't a pastel. This is called a platinum, and this is a clown platinum. So for all intents purposes, it's very similar in the color of a super pastel. So I couldn't help myself to call this a killer clown. So don't worry, it's not really a killer clown. See, it's not a killer, it's a lover. I mean, all those clowns out there are just misunderstood. I mean, I don't know what's going on with all the clown thing right now. So anyway, this is one killer gene, that is. That's what I always say about anthraxes. And of course, I'm meaning it in a positive way. It is really, really neat. And of course, everybody associates anthrax with like some poison and danger. But anyway, I'm gonna hand them off because we have a lot of more cool snakes to show you. Okay, I need to take a break. Nah, I don't need to take a break, do I? Let's see here. So here we go. This is, I didn't see one of these early in the game because they seem to be all white face, but this is a super motley white face. And maybe, we don't think it's a tiger because it's not very light on the sides, but it's still a pretty snake, pretty neat looking snake. And back to that super motley, kind of like the last snake. Now I'm gonna pull out one that might have, you guys have to tell me if I made a mistake or not, because this might have been in the top 10 already. But you know what? It's such a cool snake, it's okay if it got a repeat. But I wouldn't know if I put it in the last video, but you wouldn't know it either if you didn't subscribe to our station, so I can't really help you. I'll have to go watch it again myself to find out. But this snake is kind of just a one-up freak. I say that, I mean, we made them again, but it don't look like this. It's weird, but it's almost like it wanted to be a pied, the white belly coming over the top. We don't even know what it is. How about that? We actually have a clue what it is. It's an anery, and it's a super tiger. We know that for sure. And we're 90% sure it's a sunfire, and we're 25% sure it's a platinum. And I don't know if all that math works out to more than 100%, but we're not 100% sure, even if it did have over 100%. So, okay, let's see here. Let's see what we got in the next tub. How many minutes are we at now, guys? Can you count? Oh, I think is it time for intermission for you guys can help me pay for all this stuff? Okay, here we go. This here will interrupt this with another crazy snake that I told you I was putting you off on. Now, what do you guys think? These two snakes have something in common. And you know what? In about 5 minutes, you're gonna know what they are. I just wondered if you guys had figured it out yet, and I'll give you more chances to go ahead and guess, because it's one of my favorite genes, so I already gave you a head start. Some of you are genetic wizards, so see who gets the most comments and figure it out first early in the game. So, this is another really cool snake. I don't want to lose it on my top here. See, this snake started out gray 5 minutes ago, but I put it on the tub, and now look what color it is. It's a chameleon. It's amazing how close that is, huh? So, this here is a super tiger, and it's a super tiger phantom. And of course, it's a super tiger phantom platinum. And the funny thing is about this, when you hatch world's first, sometimes you make mistakes and nobody even knows it. That's the good news. We actually hatched one other snake with this group that we thought was the same thing, but it actually was just a super tiger phantom. But when they grew up, guess what happened? The other one got more solid stripes and didn't get turned bright yellow, and these just turned into like a banana in the tail and incredible looking, and they're both gorgeous, to be honest. The super tiger phantom is a gorgeous snake, and the super tiger phantom platinum is just even more ridiculous. So, you've been waiting about these snakes for a long time. Look at that. But should we talk about them now? I think we better take a break and work on this here. This is all about breeding right here, guys. You know, I know that this might be boring, but you know what? I'm not doing it with a boring snake. That's the good news. The better news is I had a long talk with him, and so he's going to act for me. So, this here is this is a motley golden child. And a motley golden child together can make a black snake. It depends on the genetics. I've noticed that some of them are brown and some of them are black. This one here is pretty black. What do you guys think? Pretty black or what? So, I want to show you something. So, what we got here, he's a male. Now, because he's a male, see, he's actually bucking. Now, you see how I'm trying to agitate him, but I'm not really trying to agitate him. I'm just trying to make him think that maybe there's another male around. Now, these snakes, this snake would probably never do this if it was your pet, but because it's been around a lot of females, now you see how it's pushing on the tub? We call it, you know, sometimes we call it arching, but I don't want people to confuse it with McDonald's, the arches, but that's only can be confused if it's the yellow snake, but yellow snake is a female, so she won't do that. So, anyway, so you can see he's actually pushing and bucking, and what do you guys think? Is this beautiful or what? And has anybody figured out what those other snakes are? So, what you'll see is this snake will buck around. So if you're going to breed retics, and you see your male act this, now you were supposed to act like you were earlier, but he'll still do it probably. So if you see him where he's pushing around on things and he's acting a little bit funny and he sticks he arches like this, I don't know why he's not showing as much, I guess. See how he's kind of being a little bit aggressive and pushing himself? That means that he's actually thinking there's a male around. And so you want to be cautious with him. What I tell you people to do, how I train my employees see like this, is real simple. So he's bucking, and sometimes he'll buck real hard, but he's not bucking real hard. But you cape the male and you point him away like a gun. See, there he goes, he's starting to buck. So the idea is that if he's away from you, he can't bite you, right? So all you do, let's say he's going to turn around, so you just turn the snake around. And so you just keep turning him away from you, and you can hold almost any snake this way, a chondropython that wants to bite you or anything. You just turn him away like the barrel of a firearm. Now, I'm going to put him away, and I'm going to give you guys the finale that you've been waiting for and what those genes are. Because I think it's pretty cool. He didn't quite show it all, but you know what? He's still worth the wait, right? Just because it's beautiful. Now that I have nowhere to sit, I should have sat down in that, huh? It would have been viral. But if you guys share my stuff, it'll be viral anyway. And we'll get more people that enjoy reptiles, and you know what? That's fun. That's why we call it living the dream here at Prehistoric Pets. So, what we got here are two really cool snakes. Now, what I like about genetics and being able to do this, I get to be like a mad scientist, because these two snakes only have one gene in common, and that's titanium. And that snake is literally, I mean, I don't know what it looks like on this video, but it is as orange as it gets. Is that October or is that October? That's October, colors double time. Now, this is a titanium golden child orange ghost stripe. This here is now a whole nother look. See, it's got the heavy silver, it's got the chrome tail, and it's really pretty. And I think it rounds out our top 10 really well. These are they're both titaniums. This one here is a motley titanium, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. You guys hopefully had some fun. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook and all the other fun places. We enjoy it with we have more people because we do better together. And don't forget, you guys, there's a really cool site called Buy Your Reptiles, but that's not really what I was going to tell you. It's actually that Positive Python's a great place. If you like pythons, go check it out. We only have one simple requirement. Got to keep it positive, because you know what? That's what we like to do here at Prehistoric Pets. Take care.